Clapper bored Henry Ford, the man who put the world on wheels, and the rivalry that crushed Ferrari. Intro: the man who changed the world. Narrator: imagine a world with no cars, no highways, no road trips, no cities built around speed. In the late 1800s, automobiles were luxury toys, owned only by kings, millionaires, and elites. Most people still traveled by horse, cart, or train. Then came one stubborn farm boy from Michigan who believed something radical. A car should not be a luxury for the rich, it should be affordable for everyone. His name was Henry Ford. This is the story of how Henry Ford became the largest car seller in the world, changed industry, labor, and technology forever. And decades later, how Ford shocked the world by building a racing car that defeated Ferrari. This is not just a business story. This is a story of vision, obsession, rivalry, and revenge. Part 1. Who was Henry Ford? Henry Ford was born on July 30, 1863 in Dearborn, Michigan, on a small farm. His parents wanted him to become a farmer, but Henry hated farm life. He hated manual labor, repetitive farming work, depending on animals for power. What fascinated him instead were machines. At age 12, Henry saw a steam-powered road engine for the first time. That moment changed his life. From that day on, he began taking apart watches and clocks, studying engines, fixing mechanical tools for neighbors. People thought he was strange, but Henry Ford had one obsession: machines could make human life easier. Part 2. The first failure and many more. At 16 years old, Henry left the farm and moved to Detroit to work as an apprentice machinist. He later worked for Thomas Edison's company as an engineer. One night, Henry showed Edison his idea for a gasoline-powered vehicle. Edison didn't laugh. He didn't reject him. He simply said, "Young man, you're on the right track." That encouragement fueled Henry Ford for life. Automobile: the first car. In 1896, Henry Ford built his first vehicle, the quadricycle. It was loud, unstable, barely controllable, but it worked. Henry Ford had built a car. Crossmark: failure after failure. Henry tried to start car companies. They failed again and again. Investors lost patience, partners walked away, critics mocked him. By 1902, Henry Ford had already failed 2 automobile companies. Most people would have quit. Henry Ford didn't. Part 3. Ford Motor Company is born. In 1903, Henry Ford founded the Ford Motor Company. This time, he had one clear mission: build one car that everyone can afford. At the time, cars were handmade, expensive, built in small numbers. Henry wanted mass production. Part 4. The Model T, the car that changed everything. In 1908, Ford released the Model T. It wasn't the fastest, it wasn't the most beautiful, but it was reliable, easy to repair, affordable. Henry Ford didn't just sell a car. He sold freedom. Farmers could reach cities, workers could live farther from factories, families could travel. Factory: the assembly line revolution. Henry Ford introduced the moving assembly line in 1913. Before, one car took 12 hours to build. After, one car took 90 minutes. This changed manufacturing, labor, the entire global economy. Costs dropped, production exploded. By the 1920s, one Ford was sold every 24 seconds. Over 15 million Model Ts were produced. Ford became the largest car manufacturer in the world. one of the richest men alive. Part 5. Ford's controversial legacy. Henry Ford was a genius, but not perfect. He was extremely stubborn, resistant to change, controversial in his views. He refused to update the Model T for years, believing customers didn't need choices. Eventually, competitors like General Motors overtook Ford with better designs and marketing. Henry Ford stepped down, but Ford Motor Company survived. And decades later, something unexpected happened. Part 6. Enter Enzo Ferrari. In Italy, another legend was rising. Enzo Ferrari. Ferrari didn't build cars for everyone. He built cars for racing. His philosophy: racing is life, everything else is just waiting. Ferrari dominated Le Mans, the world's most prestigious endurance race. Ford wanted glory, Ferrari already had it. Part 7. The betrayal that started a war. In the early 1960s, Ford tried to buy Ferrari. Negotiations went on for months. At the last moment, Enzo Ferrari walked away. He refused to give up control of his racing team. Henry Ford's grandson, was furious. He said, "If Ferrari won't sell, we'll beat them." And thus began one of the greatest rivalries in motorsport history. Part 8. The birth of the Ford GT40. Ford decided to do the impossible. Build a sports car. Defeat Ferrari. Win Le Mans. Ford hired the best engineers, the best designers, legendary racer Carroll Shelby. The car was named GT40, only 40 inches tall. Early versions failed, engines overheated, gearboxes broke. Ferrari laughed. Ford didn't quit. Part 9. Total domination. In 1966, Ford entered Le Mans with the GT40. Ferrari entered with confidence. What happened next shocked the world. Ford finished first, second, third. Ferrari was destroyed. Ford continued winning Le Mans 4 years in a row. The impossible had been achieved. Ford, the company known for family cars, had beaten Ferrari at its own game. Part 10. The legacy of Henry Ford. Henry Ford didn't just build cars. He created modern mass production, changed how people work, made mobility universal, proved that vision can defeat tradition. From the Model T to the GT40, Ford's story is about belief. Belief that technology should serve people. Impossible goals can be achieved. Giants can be defeated. Outro: the road never ends. Today, every car factory in the world uses ideas Henry Ford introduced. Every affordable car owes something to him. And every great rivalry, especially Ford versus Ferrari, reminds us. Sometimes success isn't about money. It's about pride.